Good morning, our dear viewers. We are back for Day 4 East Africa Regional Championships here in Uganda, Kampala, at the MTN Arena. And we are having our first game, Hanitra, Madagascar, and Shantal, Rwanda. A quick warm up between the players as we wait for the game to start. This is a round of 16, best of 7. We give a huge thumbs up to our development partners. That is NCS, Blue Sky Sports Center, Blueberry Travels, ITTF, Casamiltu Hotel, and Jibu Water for helping us run this event smoothly. Well, for those who don't understand the best of 7, this game is a total of 4 sets for someone to take the game. So whoever is going to take the game, of course, has to have 4 sets against the opponent for them to take the game. And that's how this works. It's as compared to, of course, the previous games we've been having best of 5, and you just have to have at least 3 set scores for you to take the game. And it's not the same for this. You have to have 4 points for you to take the game. Today is day 4 and the last day of the East Africa Regional Championships. Very good forehand from Rwanda, giving her her second point. And Madagascar, 0. Yes, and Hanitra did it with her backhand stroke, which gave her her first point. I think Hanitra has a very good backhand because it has done her magic for 2 points so far, and they have made her catch up and actually leave Chantal on 2 points so far. A failed backhand from Chantal Randa. And actually, Hanitra has actually done it to the front. She is leading with 7 points, and Chantal is trying to catch up and currently on 4. You can see a steady catch up for Chantal. She's really trying so hard to catch up to Hanitra's points, and she has 7. She's only led by 1 point. But of course, Hanitra is trying to finish this set. And that's a game point 8 as Hanitra scores her 10th point against Chantal with 8 points. And it's a set down game for Hanitra against Chantal. A quick break for the players as you can see the Rwandan player talking to her coach, taking a few more tips on how to take the second set. back for the second set, and we can see Hanitra leading with 1 point against Chantal. A very good forehand from Chantal, earning her the second point. And a very good control and watching skill shown by Chantal, who has really returned all those balls from Hanitra. You can see how it has been, and she has managed to lead and also catch up. So they're having 4-4. And Chantal did not expect that ball back because you see her resting after spinning that ball back. But unfortunately, Hanitra returns the ball, and you can see it is a game point for Hanitra. Is quite tricky. She's really trying to place Chantal in different angles, and that is really making her get all the points she's getting. And you can see her body movement is actually very good, and she manages to make Chantal move angle to angle on the table. Unfortunately for her, she has 0 against 2 for the set scores. A quick break for the players as they're getting ready for the third set. As I had explained to you, a player has to have 4 sets to win the game because it is a best of 7, and quarterfinal, of course, is meant to happen for one to play. And take the game. 1-1. Hanitra and Chantal. Very good spin from Hanitra, adding her third point against Rwandan player Shantal. I don't know why I feel like Chantal is giving up, but it's really time to give up because with table tennis you can really catch up and magic happens, you know. So you don't have to give up. You have to keep on fighting, and at least one by one, of course, makes a bandage. So she will manage to pitch up and earn some points. But as you can see, um, Hanitra is leading by 6 points. You can see her slowly trying to pitch up, and she has 3 points against 9. Let's see if she really does a comeback against Madagascar player. Of course, mathematicians say numbers don't lie, but in table tennis, we say fighters don't slack. And let us see if she will manage to catch up and also take a set at least. But of course, we are seeing a game point 4. I don't know whether she stands luck against this one. And it's a set down for Hanitra with 3 set scores against Chantal Rwanda 0.
Well, it is the East African Regional Championships, and it is a round of that is that 16 round of 16 years, and yes, we are live at NCS Arena Lugogo, and it is yes the East African Regional Championships brought to you by ITTF, NCS, Blueberry, Blue Sky Sports, as well as that is Jibu Water. It is the third game. It's a best of 7. Harima versus Shantal of Rwanda. And yes, we are back. That is for the 4th set. It is a cold morning. However, it is quite a little bit hot inside here. My name is Stephen, joined together by that is Sandra. And to bring you this live broadcast via the UTTA YouTube channel, it is powered by that is Deep End Media. Well, I think this is not the right time for Chantal to play a safe game, for it has costed her the past 3 sets. However, maybe she has a better strategy in Yes.
There is a hopeless midfielder into Chantal's right, and she was standing on her left and she didn't see the ball on the angle it went to.
There we have a deep cut service followed by that is a counter, but unfortunately miscalculates that. Backspinning that one. She dumps it in the net. Chantal actually returns the favor as she has also not properly calculated the spin in the ball. Well, there we have it again as Tomahawk service from Hanitra, but unfortunately doesn't grip the table. The backhand followed by counter spin, and yes, it clicks the edge of the table. Chantal still surviving here. Ooh, and it is the end of Chantal's journey in this competition. It is an 11-5 win for, that is the Madagascar's favorite, also known as Karen in Hanitra. Yes, it is the East African Regional Championships coming to you live from, that is, NCS Arena Lugogo. There the journey ends for Chantal. It's a great performance that she has put up. Yes, as you can see in the slow motion, she is one of the young stars that is from Rwanda. And yes, that clearly shows the future is a little bit bright for her, regardless. She was playing against, that is, one of most experienced players from Madagascar. However, she resides, that is, in France and plays professionally in France. So definitely she had an upper hand as compared to Chantal, who shall be back shortly. Well, we're back live. It is the East African Region Championships, and yes, it is the round of 16. It is exactly 9:21 East African time. It is the East African Regional Championships. Yes, I'll keep repeating for someone to understand. And yes, it is 2024. And yes, it is the last day of these championships. Yes, and it is live. That is to say on our YouTube channel. That is Uganda Table Tennis Association, being filmed by that is Deep End Media. And yes, we are proudly powered by that is Sky Sports, NCS, Gibraltar, Blueberry Travels, Casa Miltu Hotel, and yes, we are live at MTN Arena. You can actually check in right now because this fire is going to keep running all the way from now until around 6 p.m. Ugandan time. Yes, it is Shanita in a golden shot representing Uganda. That's against Mauritius's favorite. And it is a round of 16. She is actually called Sandana. That is from Mauritius, one of Mauritius's top seeds. And yes, Shanita of Uganda is also a top seed in Uganda with a current rank of third. Yes, on her bench she is having coach Mutambuze, Olympian, all-time African contender. And yes, we are set to go. Umpire Umar, ITTF approved, calls for Lavon. So Ghana there starts with a fast spinning service, well read by Shanita. She volleys it back to her backhand. Tomahawk service there, the true coming in way too early. That proves that the level we are at, it's quite catch fire. Shanita there with a smash all the way across the table, and yes, she is determined. It is a ladies chop chop game. Shanita smacks that one mercilessly. And yes, she is at 3 points. Sandana still at 1. Someone watching from home, you may be wondering why the balls from Shanita's backhand are quite slower. And yes, she has. That's a short pimple on her backhand. Short pimple actually reduces the speed and the spin of the ball. It's quite has a different dynamics as compared to that is long pimps, which actually bring the reverse in case, let's say you served back spin, it will bring back to you a top spin. However, this short pimple that Shanita Namala is using is basically for reducing speed and spin. Whereas Sandana or that's Mauritius is having both smooth rubbers or no rubbers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch this action. Well, it is a service game here. Game being based on services mainly. Shanita with the smashes that keep coming. You are sharing points. And yes, no one is allowing the other two move further. Points are being shared. However, time will come where points have to be. Hanitra try to be consistent with the backhands. However, Santana in the correct position, and yes, she returns almost all of them. Deceptive service here. Well, at this level, it requires a lot of that is concentration to be able to see what your partner is actually serving to you. Actually coming here, the intensity in the first set basically shows how here we are, Sandana actually with an advantage. That's a game point. Oh, it is a deceptive service again. It looks spinny, but actually it is a top spin, and yes, it is a dead ball. It requires a lot of concentration to be able to actually see what has been put in the ball. It is Sandana of, that is Mauritius, against Shanita Namala of Uganda. It is the East African Regional Championships round of 16. We shall be back after the 1 minute water break. You see, we are back for the second set. Umpire Omar calls for a love on. Shanita here with maximum and absolutely extreme focus. Spins, blocks, counter spins again. It is impressing how she actually calculates how much spin is on that ball, and yes, she slams it down on Sandana's table. It is those smashes that are giving her points. Absolutely impressive how she can actually calculate the height of that ball, and yes, as compared to the net height. Four points now collected out of the same style. Heavy spin here from the Desan now, well read by Shanita, and yes, she counter spins it back to her. Really impressive footwork there from Desan. She is actually on her toes, bouncing left and right. Shanita here with proper comfortable lead. That is of 4 points. Umpire Omar here calls Shanita to the table. There's no time to waste. There is always that 1 minute break that you've got to use wisely. Heavy spin there from Shanita. Well, sorry, from Desan. Well read by Shanita, and yes, she drops it right where it is quite uncomfortable for Desan to. Well, they are all number one fans, and yes, there's a TT Kids from Iganga under. That is Isaac. They're here. Traveled about 3 hours. She she deeply cuts that one, and yes, it is at that moment where you have to bring out your best service. She does it again, followed by a smash across the table. It is a beautiful diagonal smash there from Shanita. Quite hard for Desan to read.
And of course, the two players, Senhana and Shanita, are both artists. You can see they're showing the sets. You can see the energy and see the replay.
Well, that smash there. Well, that's Sandra. That smash there from Shanita that has actually under her. She, she actually got, I think, about 7 points from the same style. Almost all the smashes she was taking were properly calculated, and yes, none of them was actually blocked by, that is the scan of Mauritius. Enjoy the slow-mo. We shall be back shortly. Well, that is Mr. Paul Mutambuze. That is the Uganda's national coach. He has been to Olympics for more than 3 times, and yes, he has also been to all Africa Games and African Championships.
First point was overtook by Shanita.
Well, as you can see, Coach Paul Mutambuze well impressed by the performance of his athlete. Yeah, the counter spin.
Very good attacking skills by Shanita. She's leading 2-0. Let's see how the scores stand. Let's go, Ivy!
This gun slices that one in an uncomfortable position for Shanita. It is at that moment where you require a lot of mental strength to stand in for you. It is the game of gods. The game is trying to be. Desan is trying to be too careful with the way she is attacking, and I think this is costing her a couple of points. Heavy spin there from Descan, that is of Mauritius, and yes, poorly read by Shanita. She tries to counter spin it like the way she has been doing, but unfortunately, it was too heavy. Extreme focus, as we can see on Shanita's face. But 3 points in a row for Descan. Yes, Shanita breaks the point-winning streak. Side spin here from that's Descan, poorly read by Namala. Is a 3-point lead here. Ooh, she actually takes a no look, but it's actually impressive how she does that. And, she surrenders it to Jesus, I should say. Wow, there we have it. The scan with 2 sets on her scoreboard. Shanita and Namala with 1 at the moment. It is a best of 7. Shanita Namala's fans here quite in the cold. However, I would say it's too early to be that cold. It's quite early to be that cold because it is a best of 7, and apparently we've only played, those are 3 sets. The first on 4 sets wins the day. Enjoy the slow motion. Descan here with proper lead of that's about 5 points. Shanita quite focused. Shanita Namala of Uganda extremely focused, and yes, she cannot afford to drop this set, for it shall be a long journey to come all the way from 1 to 3-3 and maybe be able to secure the win. Tomahawk service from Descan, followed by a smash. This is by which is umpire Umar, certified by ITTF. Shanita saves one game point. It is 4-10. Oh, it clicks the net. It is that time when you have to readjust as fast as possible to be able to secure that point. Move that was well read by Shanita. It was actually a running ball. And yes, Shanita counter spins it back to that's Descan of Mauritius. Shanita actually saves another game point. Impressive how she comes all the way from down, and yes, she saves about 3 game points. And yes, this is Shanita being called, Descan being called into a timeout. This is that moment where actually your coach doesn't want to risk any game. Well, as we can see in the slow motion, Sandra, there is no point that has been returned by Descan when Shanita Nambala smashes. Net service here. Safe play. Yes, Shanita smashes that one again. She actually serves those are 4 game points. It's 10-8. Ooh, and there she has it with a tomahawk fast running service, poorly read by Shanita, and yes, she balloons it all the way in the air, giving Descan a third set on her scoreboard. That is to say, if Descan of Mauritius wins this game, he will actually have won the game. However, if Shanita saves the next 3 sets, we shall see the game proceed to a decisive game. It is the East Africa Regional Championships coming to you live from NCS Arena, proudly brought to you by, that is, Uganda Table Tennis Association, Blue Sky Sports, Blueberry Travel, NCS, ITTF, in partnership with Casa Milk 2 Hotel, as well as, that is, Jibu Water. It is a 1-minute water break. We shall be back shortly. Enjoy the slow motion. yes, here we are. It is the fifth set, and it is the best of seven East African Regional Championships. And yes, that is Desan of Mauritius in a red jersey going against Namala Shanita of Uganda. And yes, we see Shanita Namala secures 1 point that's on her scoreboard. This Desan with three, Shanita Namala of Uganda with one. Ooh, the pressure. She actually thinks that it clicked the edge, but unfortunately, the umpire woman was in the right position to see that one clearly that it actually didn't click the edge. Ooh, Shanita Namala slices that one. It's quite a heavy spin.
We can see Hanana Shanita trying to catch up, but the two is just going but unfortunately, Hanana has to take the point, and we can her front of points against Namala Shanita with a three.
And there we have it. 3 points lead by the Descan of Mauritius. This is umpire, sorry, that is Coach Paul Mutambuze call for a timeout. It is that time where you don't have to actually go with an unused timeout, especially if you're being led by the opponent. It is that moment you've got to actually use a timeout and probably try new tricks to see that you actually walk away with the set. The timeout actually does Descan a favor. Safe play here, followed by a smash, and yes, Descan saves that one. However, Shanita Namala in the correct position, and yes, she drops it back to her.
We can see the pressure Shanita is really trying to tell Namala as the points increase that here we are on the record with leadership catches up on Namala into the set.
Shanita drawing in closer, side spin in the table. It is at that moment where you have to actually open your eyes wide, especially if your opponent is serving.
Look at Namala Shanita. Here is it. Not for one point, but seven as she catches up on that point.
The previous scream was of disappointment, however, the scream now is of actually happiness, for she smashes that one in. Oh, it is backhand spinny service well read by Shanita. Like I said earlier, it is that moment where you have to open your eyes wider when your opponent is serving with extreme focus. Net click. Ooh, it is a net click followed by a table edge click, and yes, Shanita with a 9-9. I believe this is what we call double happiness in Shanita's favor. However, it is quite tricky for Desan of Mauritius. It is that moment. Trinity, Trinity College na bingo. Ooh, it was a celebration for Shanita at 9-8, where she actually clicked the net and later clicked the edge. However, right now it is happiness for Desan of Mauritius, for she clicks the edge, and yes, she takes the game. That is 4-1 against Shanita Namala. I'm afraid this is the end of Shanita's journey in the East Africa Regional Championships 2024. And yes, Desan of Mauritius proceeds to the round of 8 with a victorious win of that is 4 sets against 1 Shanita. It was umpire Umar in the middle of this game. Enjoy the slow motion. Well, it is the men's singles events. It is the East Africa Regional Championships. It is that is Madagascar against Kenya. Madagascar's Antoine or Antoine, depending on the language. Antoine in French. That is Antoine in French and Antoine in English. And there we have Emma from Kenya, a youngster. Emma or Emmanuel from that is Kenya, a youngster with short pimps on forehand and long pimps on backhand. It is impressive. We have only seen this in Africa being done by that is um, an Ethiopian athlete actually called I actually keep forgetting his name. Darara, yes, I got it correct. Darara is one of the African athletes with short pimps on forehand and long pimps on the backhand. Well, for someone trying to understand what I'm talking about, it is supposed to be a smooth rubber. However, it has um, jackfruit-like surface. And yes, that is Emmanuel from Kenya, a youngster with short pimps on forehand and long pimps on the backhand. Like I said, the surface of these rubbers are like jackfruit surface. And there we have it. Umpire Umar, umpire, that is umpire Charles Ojara. In fact, yes, that is Charles Ojara. Holds for a level. There's Antoine of Madagascar in green. Emmanuel from Kenya in blue. The quick forehand in the table attack here by Antoine of Madagascar. And yes, it is a round of 16. No risks can be taken. Well, it is impressive how Emmanuel actually comfortably with a lot of pleasure blocks that one. And yes, luck favors the bravest. It clicks the edge. Ooh, Antoine probably places that one down the line. Antoine of Madagascar is way too concentrated here. The level of concentration is so high. Yes, and when you are playing a person with an abnormal surface of the rubber, it requires a lot of concentration, a lot of focus. Yes, in the house we have the whole entire, that is Trinity College Nabingo. Very, very well smart dressed in their sports attire. Trinity College Nabingo. Antoine of Madagascar here with a proper lead of 5 points against Emmanuel of Kenya. It's impressive how you actually read that one, and yes, he slams it down the line. Well, Sandra, it is interesting when you look at the way Emmanuel is playing. He's way too gentle with his playing style. I don't understand. Could it be his playing style, or it is that he is actually going against that a top seed? Antoine of Madagascar. Well, we shall be back shortly. Enjoy the slow motion. I actually like the way Emmanuel is playing with a lot of confidence and gentleness. But that's Emmanuel there for you, together with his coach Daniel Mushija Resherengwe. Yes, that is his coach, and he's trying to give him a couple of tricks and tactics to be able to go against the top seed. That is Antoine. He is actually one of the tournament's favorites. Yes, it is called a water break, and yes, we can see Emmanuel taking a couple of gallops. This is the East African Regional Championships 2024 live at NCS Lugogo Arena. And yes, we are proudly powered by Blue Sky Sports, Blueberry Group of Travel, yes, ITTF, Kasamiltu Hotel, as well as Jibo Water. It is the second set of the game. Like I said earlier, it requires a lot of focus. As we can see, Emmanuel is switching the bat back and forehand. Umpire Charles Ojara, ITTF certified. I like the way Antoine is focused. And actually, ball placement is way too high. And yes, that is one Jala together with his coach Daniel Resherengwe. Enjoy the slow motion as we return in a minute.
Of course, it's very good to see such brilliant players who are going up the tables, actually playing big players in the game, and it's quite a very good experience for them. And you can see Emmanuel that fighting, of course, will not go in vain. He's getting the experience, and also feeling like they're fighting really good style with some players that really should know how and how to fight this game.
Well, we are still coming to you live from the NCS Arena. It is the East African Regional Championships 2024, and we are currently at the round of 16. It is Antoine of Madagascar in green against Wanjala Emmanuel of Kenya. It is a best of 7. And yes, Wanjala secures the first two points of the game. Emmanuel trading the whole table with his pimple rubber weapon. However, with that, we see Coach Mushija Daniel Resherege call for a timeout. And it is that 1 minute timeout called by Daniel. And enjoy that slow motion as we return shortly. And yes, that's the end of the 1 minute timeout for Amal Wanjala. Unfortunately, it does a favor to Antoine. Properly placed there.
Nice placement by Antoine. Emmanuel, actually was right on it. Just really controlled Antoine really controlled.
It's a net service here. And yes, it calls for a reserve. Antoine with the comfortable lead that is of 6 points. Antoine tries a wave smash, but unfortunately miscalculates the size of the table, and there we have it. Antoine with an 11-3 win against Wanjala or Emmanuel of, that is, Kenya. That's Karen there. She's actually also in action, and yes, she has proceeded to. That's a round of 8. We shall see her in action shortly. That is on Antoine's bench as the coach. Together with Daniel Resheregwe here, the coach of Emmanuel Wanjala. We shall be back after a minute. And here we come, Antoine ushering us in with a backhand. Antoine trying to lobby for, that is Emmanuel Wanjala, but he was way extremely powered. Antoine there with a snake shot, and yes, it bites Emmanuel Wanjala.
If Antoine takes the seat, it's better to take the wave. And if Emmanuel takes the seat too, then they will go forward and take the seat. However, so far they win 3-8 against
Well, that is Wanjala there calls for a later. He has to tighten his shoes, for the pressure is quite high, for he has a long journey to tread, because Antoine at the moment is leading with 3 sets. That is to say, if he wins this one, he will walk away victorious. And yes, Wanjala cannot take that risk. He is willing to put a set on his scoreboard. Tricky smart play here by, that is Antoine of Madagascar. And yes, he tricks his opponent into playing exactly what he would want him to play. Ooh, that far away long chop from Antoine. Yes, there in the stands we have, that is Mengo College here to support Team Uganda. Regardless, whereas here Antoine walks away with a golden victory against Wanjala Emmanuel by a 4-0 win. As you can see, 11-4, 11-8, 11-3, 11-3. Yes, I wouldn't blame Wanjala at this moment, because Antoine is actually one of the tournament's favorites. And yes, he's from Madagascar, however, resides and plays professionally in France. Our youngster Wanjala from, that is Kenya, his journey unfortunately ends right now, whereas Antoine secures a position in the round of 16. Sorry, 8 round of 8. Yes, we're coming to you live from NCS Arena Lugogo. It is the East African Regional Championships brought to you by, that is, Uganda Table Tennis Association, sanctioned by ITTF in proud partnership with, that is, Blueberry Travels, Blue Sky Sports, Kasamiltu Hotel, Jibu Water, and the visuals are being done by, that is, Deep End Media, one of the best media houses in Uganda. We shall be back shortly with the next game. And that will be Benja, that is from Benjamin Achuma, representing Uganda, against, that is, Stefan of Madagascar. And yes, we shall be having, that is, umpire Rukundo in the middle of this game. Yes, we're still enjoying the slow motion. That is from the previous game. However, yes, we have to usher you into the next catch fire game, because it will be Benjamin's fight to the round of 8. And yes, that is our Benjamin favorite, and he is currently Uganda's seed 5. He'll be going against, that is, Stefan of Madagascar, a left-hander. Benjamin is a right-hander. And on his bench we shall have, that is, coach, our player in this championship, that is Jonathan Senyonga. And yes, he has just clicked a win from, that is, table 4. He was playing against one of Madagascar's favorites still. There we are, it is that 1 minute warm-up. Ebenezer Benjamin Achuma in a blue shirt and red shoes, going against, that is, Stefan of Madagascar in a red t-shirt and white shoes. On the screen for you, that is Benjamin Achuma of Uganda, a young star, and Uganda's seed 5. He plays in, that is, a club, Ndeje University Table Tennis Club, and he is the team captain. And the Uganda's team, he is a player's representative. And on the screen there for you, that is Stefan from Madagascar. Yes, it is that 1 minute warm-up. It is supposed to be given to our players to be able to get used to their equipment, the table, their flooring, and also properly acclimatize with the environment where they are going to be playing from. It is umpire Rukundo in the middle of this game. It is the East African Regional Championships 2024. We are live at NCS Arena, as well as on Uganda Table Tennis Association YouTube channel. Umpire Rukundo says, love on. Benjamin Achuma, net service by Stefan. Abayarukundo calls for a reserve. Quite a spinny forehand from that is Stefan. Well blocked by Benji. Luckily it clicks the net. That actually creates a diversion as compared to what has been calculated earlier. Yes, a spinning service there from Benjamin Achuma levels it up to 5 points apiece. Ooh, that was a spinny one there, clicks the edge. The side spin tomahawk service, it is actually Benjamin's signature service. For every time it comes out, just know he wants the point so bad. Pendulum service from Stefan, followed by a self-play. Benjamin was in the correct position, and yes, he slams that one down diagonally. It is a service game here. A beautiful backhand starter there from Stefan. Yes, this is the fire that I was talking about earlier. It is the round of 16. Everyone is fighting for at least a position in the round of 8. That is Mengo College. We are promoting the sport in schools, and yes, the schools have responded here, filling almost the entire arena. Ooh, Stefania with an attempted counter loop. Unfortunately, grips the edge of the racket. Yes, there we have it. Stefan crowned this one. Yes, it grips the first set. And yes, it is flipped on his side of the scoreboard. Stefan of Madagascar. Yes, there we have Jonathan Senyonga, the coach too. Benjamin, he's also in this tournament, and yes, he has just gripped his. I should say he has gotten a spot already in the round of 8, and he is here to support. That is his fellow athlete Benjamin Achuma to also be able to take a spot in the round of 8. We shall be back shortly. It is this second set, and Stefan, yes, is serving. Beautiful pendulum service there, followed by a backhand topspin. Benji properly reads that one, and yes, he loads a lot of spin in it. Fast running service diagonally. that fast running side spin service onto Benjamin's backhand. He tries to sidestep, but unfortunately there was no enough time to do that. Well, it is quite impressive how Madagascar's Stefan is serving. He takes his sweet time and he seems way too relaxed in his playing style. I don't know if it's a trick. Well, Rukundo umpire here calls Benjamin, gives him a fast warning to toss the ball a little bit higher. In table tennis, the ball has to be tossed at least higher than the net, and it should actually be visible to your opponent. Benjamin unloads a heavy spin for Stefan. Yes, from the block, it clearly shows how heavy it was. Oof. It is at that moment, I believe. Well, coming in, quite a few athletes, and yes, the few athletes that are checking in as supporters come from, that is Benjamin's home team, that is Nakasero Table Tennis Club. Yes, there is Coach Jonathan Senyonga. Try to tell him exactly what to do. And yes, they are on the same team. Benjamin as the player's representative, whereas Jonathan is the team's captain. Uganda Table Tennis Association. Yes, there is Stefan, the coach that is Zion of Madagascar. You're back for the third set. Well, it is this time where you do not wish to drop each point for it counts. Oh, Stefan there, the look on his face speaks a lot of disappointment in that forehand. It is a net service and umpire Rukundo calls for a reserve. And yes, this time round he's happy for his forehand has gripped the table. It is the round of 16 with the wish to secure a spot in the round of 8. That was quite a slice of service. Pendulum service followed by a diagonal, misses the table by a few inches. Stefan of Madagascar in red, Benjamin in a light blue shirt. Heavy forehand, we see Benjamin say Chole for the first time. But that clearly shows how much he loved to take that point. Stefan actually secures a game point. And there it is. With a spinny, fast running forehand. Actually takes a third set. Yes, it is 2 Stefan, 1 Benjamin. Enjoy the 1 minute slow motion. We shall be back shortly. Yes, here we are. It is the 4th set that we are up for, and yes, it is still the East African Regional Championships, and today is the last day of the championships. We are currently playing the round of 16 men's singles. It is a knockout, and yes, everyone is fighting for a spot in the round of 8. Benjamin in blue against, that is Madagascar, Stefan in a red jersey. The short ball return. Ooh, that quick backhand is impressive how Madagascar's Stefan can actually be able to read that ball. And yes, he reads the amount of spin in it. And yes, with the proper placement, he actually does it again. I love the way he does his thing. Almost all balls are of net level, regardless of the service or the counter spin. They are quite low. I think this calls for a high level of experience. Yeah, we have Benjamin trying to fight at least to put a point on his scoreboard. Ooh, it is that moment when it's way too painful. Someone leading and you don't have a point on your scoreboard and he clicks the net. He clicks the net and he wins the service. He counter loops and still clicks the net and wins the service. It is a disappointing moment to Benjamin. However, it is an inner celebration for Stephanie's Madagascar. Yes, there is Benjamin with a score on his scoreboard. It is 9-8. Benjamin 1 9 Madagascar. And yes, Madagascar's Stefan is at the verge of winning this one. And yes, he secures a third set on his scoreboard with an 11-1 win against that is Uganda's Benjamin. And yes, it is at that moment if Stefan comes back and wins the game, we shall see him walk away victorious and as well as securing a spot in the round of 8. Enjoy the slow motion. We shall be back shortly after a minute. Yes, here we are. Omaru umpire Rukundo calls for a level. His signature service. Well, it is at that moment Coach Jonathan Senyonga is not willing to give this one out easily. together with his partner player, that is Benjamin Achuma. And yes, Jonathan was forced to call for a timeout. It is a 1 minute timeout. He's trying to tell him whatever possible to see that he also secures a spot in the round of 8. Stefan with the service. Yes, it seems like actually the timeout worked in Stefani's favor. Oh, Benjamin with the side forehand chop here. Ooh, that counter spin down the line by Stefan. Impressive performance here. Yes, we don't play with two balls in the same arena. Umpire Rukundo calls for a left. Benjamin sends Stefan into defensive mode. He lobs the three, blocks the last, but unfortunately, heavy spin there, unloaded for Stefan. Yes, it is Benjamin 5-7, Stefan, umpire Rukundo. Ooh. That was a deep side spin service. Benjamin tries to attack it immediately, but unfortunately, probably had a miscalculation. Yes, he unloads that forehand again for Stefan. It is actually interesting how he loops that one all the way. The hand moves behind the head. It is the same stroke we've seen with a couple of international players. Quadri Haruna and Mati Taiwo of Nigeria actually look almost similar to Benjamin. There we have it. That is Stefan of Madagascar secures a spot in the round of 8. Fair play here. And unfortunately, Uganda's Benjamin Achuma, his journey ends right now. It is the East African Regional Championships 2024 live at NCS Arena. And yes, we are in proud partnership with that is Deep End Media, National Council of Sports, Blueberry Sky Sports, as well as Casa Milton Hotel. plus Jibu Water. Enjoy the slow motion. We shall be back shortly with the next game. While it is the women is or the ladies singles, yes, it is a position match 9 to 16. It is Hirwa Chantal against that is Razafima Hatratra Rotsi of Madagascar. It is umpire Charles Ojara, certified by ITTF. In the middle of this game, Chantal of Rwanda, Rotsi of Madagascar. Chantal in a pink and white jersey, Rotsi of Madagascar in a green shirt. Both players with a shake hand grip, no more rubbers, both right-handers. And yes, both are professional players. That is Chantal. That's Rossi of Madagascar. Quite a youngster with an impressive style of play. Yes, that is Chantal Hirwa of Rwanda. And yes, it is the ladies' position 9 to 16. Hirwa Chantal of Rwanda in a pink jersey right on your screen against Razafi Mahar Patra of Madagascar in a green jersey. Umpire Charles Ojara calls for 11. Lottie here tries a flick, forehand flick. It's not given enough energy to fall over. Chantal tries a forehand smash, but unfortunately, she actually misread how much backspin was in that ball. Umpire Charles Ojara calls for a net and actually wants Hirwa, asking her to toss the ball a little bit higher with an open arm. Actually, it's an open palm, excuse me. For the ball is actually supposed to be visible to your opponent. Arm behind the white line, open palm, and the ball must be tossed at least vertically above the net. Chantal with a backspin, side spin service. That one was read by Rotsi. Chantal there with the defense. Chantal Hero with the defense. Well, Sandra, it is impressive how Rotsi is actually patient. Well, previously on the screen, that was sent. That's actually Standard High School. They have come here to support Team Uganda as we proceed. Furthermore, actually, Team Uganda was able to secure a golden medal in the ladies' team as well as a silver medal in the men's teams.
Shantal ends up running this away to catch up with Rotia, and she has 8 points. She's actually been the only goal getter. We have is Chantal. She's also ends up running away. This is the first set, so this is quite a tight game, and we, of course, can't be sure of who is going to grab the first set.
Hero tries a forehand flick there, but unfortunately, she miscalculates the amount of backspin in that one, giving Hira a game point.
It's a game point for him. As she tries to spin, but unfortunately for her, it goes long and ends up giving Chantal Branda her point. Tedious game over here.
There we have it. Hira takes the first set. It is likely to be a best of five, for they are playing for the position from 9th to 16th. Hira, Rwanda, then it's Rotsi of Madagascar. Well, that is Standard High School, also incorporated in the slow motion. Enjoy until the 1 minute break lapses. Well, Boise Baba, this is a tournament's favorite. That is Fabio from Madagascar on that is Rotsi's bench. And yes, Fabio has already clicked a spot in the round of 8.
Let's go, Sam.
Rotsi here with a tomahawk service followed by a counter, a loop diagonally too. That is Hira Chantal's backhand. Well, I think that is quite slow energy to attack a backspin.
Rotsi ends up giving back her backhand to earn her the point. Unfortunately for her, she was deceived to come in front, but they ended up bringing home the
Is safe play here by the ladies. Ooh, hero of that is of Rwanda tries a strawberry chop. Oh, it goes all the way begging. It is at that moment where the pressure is so high. Smooth started here by Hira of Rwanda. And yes, she secures the point. It is a game point. What a painful way to finish the game. It is actually painful to the opponent, wherever it is, and inner jubilation for the person who has clicked to the edge. And yes, indeed, it is a jubilation for you don't have to struggle with whatever has to come back. Just clicks the edge, and there you are, you get the point. Well, it is the East African Regional Championships 2024 here at NCS Arena Lugogo. We shall be back after a 1-minute water break. Well, it is the third set. Umpire Charles Ojara in the middle of Madagascar's Rotsi against that is Shantal Hira of Rwanda. It is this third set, and yes, Chantal Hira is currently having 2 sets on her scoreboard, whereas Rotsi has not yet put a set on her, as well as Madagascar's scoreboard. Nice side spin service here, well placed in the middle of the table. The comfort that she finds in playing that backhand, quite impressive. Rotzi with a proper ball placement from the forehand too. That is Hira's backhand. It is that time when your footwork has to stand in position for you.
Good behavior by Rotsi, and another massive point. However, she is giving her point. Yes, quite a activity. In the background, we have all these noises by joy, cheering, the supporters.
Roti is way too determined, and yes, she's currently having that 4-point lead against Hira. She has actually changed her style of play. She's more of attacking than blocking as it was in the previous games. The sweet, sweet, soft, smooth backhand there from Roti. There we are, Roti securing the game point here. And yes, she puts the first set on her scoreboard with an 11-5 victorious win against that is Shantal Hero of Rwanda. Yes, our dear fans are extremely impressed by the sport here. Enjoy the slow motion. And yes, we are. It is the fourth set of the game. Chantal Hero against that is Madagascar's Rotsi. And yes, it is at that point where Chantal does not wish to lose this one. For if it's lost, we shall see a decisive game where things could go as she didn't plan. Oh, that was properly read with the sides step. And yes, she attacked it very well. Hero of Rwanda here in the lead. Oh, Rotsi tries to attack that one right after the service. Yes, we see he sends Rotsi into A timeout called by her coach, that is Fabio of Madagascar. There is slow motion. We shall be back after a minute. Here we are back from the timeout asked by Ruti. Yes, it works for she puts the first point after the timeout. It is 6-4. Deceptive service here giving Chantal here a stable lead of 4 points. There we have it. Chantal Hira. Tomahawk service from that is Roti of Madagascar, well read by Chantal Hira of Rwanda. And yes, we see Chantal in a victorious situation here, and yes, she has got to sign. It was the round of positions that's from 9 to 16th. Well, it is a fully packed arena by a couple of schools here, for the game is trying to be promoted in schools mainly, while we have the youngsters who will be representing the country in the nearby future. And yes, the kids have come here to represent. We have students from that is Trinity College Nabingo, as well as Mengo College, plus that is Standard High School. And yes, we also have players from different clubs. Yes, those are different table tennis clubs, such as Uganda Titi Kids, Nakasero Table Tennis, as well as Slam Ping Pong Table Tennis Club. Yes, it is East African Regional Championships 2022, brought to you by that is Uganda Table Tennis Association. And yes, we are live on Uganda Table Tennis Association YouTube channel. Visuals are being done by that is Deep End Media. Tournament is sanctioned by ITTF in proudly partnership with Blue Sky Sports, National Council of Sports, Casamilt Hotel, as well as Jibu. We shall be back after a short break. Enjoy the slow motion. like Sadra said, that is Wanjala Emmanuel of Rwanda going against that is SK Hussein Zayan from that is Mauritius. We are currently playing men's singles positions 9 to 16th. And yes, we are at the MTN Sports Arena Lugogo, Kampala. It is exactly 11:27 Ugandan time. This action is coming to you live on YouTube channel, Uganda Table Tennis Association YouTube channel. The visuals are actually being done by that is Deep End Media. And yes, it is a best of 5. Zayan, who has actually been, whose journey was distorted by that is Samuel Ankunda of Uganda to reach that is top 8 position. And yes, here we're currently playing for the 9th to 16th position. It is the East Africa Regional Championships. Emmanuel Wanjala in the blue shirt. Well, that is a big smash there from Wanzala. Yes, well blocked by that is Zayan of Mauritius. Zayan here secures the first point on his scoreboard. Umpire Wagumire Alex. And yes, it is a best of 5. It is the East African Regional Championships. That is 2024. Those are our lovely supporters. That is from Mego College. And yes, they here. They love the sport. And that's why they are here. Probably we shall see them in the future as also right here at the NCS Arena or even bigger and better arenas in the nearby future. Yes, they love the sport and it's all about promoting the sport in schools. For it has those youngsters who are actually able to play the sport competitively. For they don't have much to disorganize them. For that is the right time, and actually that's why you are actually seeing that the highest number of players in this arena representing Uganda are actually youngsters. We can look at Nangonzi Pavin, we look at that is Sharif, we look at Sir Joseph Sebatindira, Patra, and many others representing Uganda. They're actually youngsters, and yes, it is all about promoting the sport to the grassroots. Is Wanjala against Hussein Zayan of Mauritius. Wanjala from, that is, Kenya. It is Lisa, who is also in the fire. Crossfire here at the MTN Arena Lugogo right about now. And yes, we're back. It is the third set. And it is position playoffs from, that is, 9th to the 16th position. Zayan of Mauritius against Wanjala of, that is, Kenya. Currently, Zayan is having a 2-point set lead as well as 3 points. Wanjala looking at least putting that's a scoreboard, a score on his scoreboard. There we have it with a big forehand to Wanjala's backhand. Yes, Wanjala is actually having both sides of his rubbers with, that is, a jackfruit-like surface, for lack of any other comparison. He has short pimples on his forehand and long pimples on backhand. A tomahawk service, which is quite more of a quick one. Side spin service here. Side spin service here, followed by, that is, a backhand pimple chop. Quite deceptive, especially if you're not focused enough to see which rubber he is using exactly. Short pimps or long pimps. The guy explained earlier in Shanita's game, the short pimps reduce the speed and the spin of the ball, whereas the long pimples actually do the reverse. If it is side spin, if it's back spin, it will bring back the forehand. Excuse me. If it is a short pimple, it will reduce the spin and speed, whereas if it's a long pimple, it actually does the reverse to the spin. That is, if it was a back spin, it will bring back a top spin. There we have it, Zayan Hussein of Mauritius securing a win against, that is, Emmanuel Wanjala of Kenya. It is a 3-0 comfortable win for Zayan of Madagascar. We shall be back shortly. We are still live here at NCS Arena. It is the East African Regional Championships 2024. And yes, we are back. It is table one. And yes, it is the women in singles quarterfinals. This is match one. It is MTN Sports Arena coming to you. And yes, it is the last day of these championships. Umpire Matovu with the coin toss. It is a game between Uganda's Patra, 13-year-old, against that is Hanitra of Madagascar. It is the quarterfinals of the East Africa Regional Championships 2024. Raharimanana Hanitra Karen of Madagascar in a green jersey up against that is Nanga Sirumbi in yellow jersey. It is the first 2 minutes of warm-up. Brace yourselves for the action. Yes, they will have a Patra now and Sirumbi of Uganda against that is Hanitra of Madagascar. It is Jonathan on Patra's bench and Zayan on Karen Hanitra's bench. Well, here we are. It is the second set, and yes, it is a best of five. That is Patra Nansirumbi in yellow against Hanitra of Madagascar in a green shirt. Slide tomahawk service. That is Hanitra, followed by a swash of her backhand. There is Patra tries a counter spin. Quite disappointed by that. Yes, that was a deep one for Natra to attack. 7-6 is the score. That's sweet, smooth backhand there, well placed in the middle of the table. A little bit uncomfortable for Patra to block. Ooh. Patra running away from that is Hanatra's backhand. Fortunately, she chops that one out of the table. And Hanitra here secures a game point. Tomahawk service followed by chop chop and then a backhand that is actually ballooned into the sky. Ooh, side spin service there, poorly read by that is Nansirumbi Patra of Uganda, giving Hanatra a second set on the scoreboard. Remember, it is the quarterfinals, round of 8. Well, we shall see the winner here proceed to, that is top 4, which is actually the semi-finals for the ladies. It is the quarterfinals, and then this is match 1. The winner here shall proceed to, that is semi-finals. It is Hanitra against Patra. Yes, here we are. It is the third set. Hanatra with 2 points on her scoreboard. Well placed here by Patra. Quite complex 4. That is a beautiful chop service here from Hanatra. Patra Nansirumbi trying a forehand smash, but unfortunately poorly executed. Patra with the backhand, unfortunately it goes begging. She tries to smash it way too hard. Hanitra there with the side flick return. Heavy spin here, well blocked by Patra, followed by a smash down the line. Tomahawk service there, followed by a backhand volley. And yes, currently Hanitra in a comfortable lead against that is Nancy Rumbi Patra of Uganda. Safe play here. Backhand down the line all the way from that is Hanatra's backhand to Patra's forehand. Caught unaware. And there we have it. Hanitra of Madagascar secures a spot in that is the semi-finals, whereas Patra Nansirumbi's journey ends now in that is the round of 8 quarterfinals. Oh, excuse me, it is actually a best of 7. This is the quarterfinals. This is the quarterfinals. We're seeing a best of 7 in the quarterfinals. It's only in the playoffs where we are having that is a best of 5. Hanitra here currently having 3 sets, sorry. Won 11-9, 11-7, and now 11-4. The points here are reducing for Patra, and I think she has to focus a little bit more so that she is able to at least put a set on her scoreboard. It is Tomahawk spinny service there from Hanitra. Pavin well times that one, follows a smash down the line. Quite unpredictable for Hanitra. Spinny forehand diagonally placed by Hanitra. Ooh. Miscalculates the amount of backspin. She actually also returns the favor. With a smooth ride for that is Hanitra sees Coach Jonathan Senyonga calling for a timeout. for he is not willing to lose this one, for if it's lost, it shall be the end of the journey too. That is the semi-finals for Patra Rumbi of Uganda, whereas if that is Hanitra wins this one, she'll have secured a spot in the semi-finals comfortably with a 4-0 win. There we have Patra Rumbi of Uganda coming back to the table after the timeout. It is a 1-minute timeout. Let's see what she got from Coach Jonathan Sanyunga. Safe play here, yes. Pavin Nansirumbi gets some technique of how to put down. That is Hanitra of Madagascar from Jonathan Senyonga. Ooh, she's actually playing safe here, but yes, Hanitra is willing to break down that wall. Yes, that backhand has been well archived, and yes, it has been pulled out right now. 9-7. Ooh. The body feint from Hanatra. And yes, she does it. She fakes Patra with the body motion and places the ball otherwise. Tomahawk service there, followed by a spin. She rushes to finish that one, and yes, we see the ball land in the middle of the net. Patra securing an 8th point. Yes, he secures another game point here. And there it is, Karen Hanitra of Madagascar. Unfortunately closes, that is Nancy Rumbi's door to the semi-finals. And yes, Hanitra of Madagascar secures a spot in the ladies' semi-finals with an 11-9 win and 4 sets on her scoreboard, 0 for Nansirombi Patra. Unfortunately, Patra's run into the semi-finals has been shattered, and we shall see Hanitra later on in the semi-finals. Well, coming up, it is Uganda's maestro, Uganda's top seed, and he is a world champion with three actually continental medals. Continental medals, one in the contender in Egypt under 11, and another in that is Doha, Qatar of early this year. That is under 11, under 13, and under 11. That is none other than Sir His Excellency Joseph Sebatindira, and he'll be going against, that is Madagascar's favorite, Razafinarivo Antoine. And yes, he is the tournament's favorite, and yes, it will be the men's singles quarterfinals, and this will be a catch-fire game. Brace yourselves for the action coming in shortly. As of now, I'd like to remind you that we are live at NCS Arena Lugogo, and yes, we are in for That is the East Africa Regional Championships 2024, brought to you by Blue Sky Sports, NCS Blueberry Travels, Casa Milt Hotel, as well as Jibu Water. And yes, this tournament is sanctioned by ITTF. Enjoy the slow motion as we wait. That is for Joseph Sebatindira taking on Antoine of Madagascar in the quarterfinals. And yes, it shall be a battle to secure a spot in the semifinals. Be back shortly. Yes, the long-awaited quarter-finals game of the East Africa Regional Championships. That is Joseph Sebatindira up against that is Antoine of Madagascar. Sir Joseph Sebatindira with that is 3 continental medals, golden medals, under 11 Egypt, under 11 Doha Qatar, as well as under 13 in Qatar Doha still. Yes, Joseph is currently Uganda's seed 3, and Antoine, that is of Madagascar at the moment. I'm quite not certain about his rank back in Madagascar. However, he is the East Africa Regional Championships favorite. Yes, I would warn you to brace yourselves for the action coming up shortly. It is the East African Regional Championships here at MTN Arena, NCS Arena Lugogo. And yes, we are in a tournament sanctioned by ITTF in collaboration with, partnership with, that is NCS Blueberry Travels, Casa Milt Hotel, as well as Blue Sky Sports Center in Kampala. It is the first 2 minutes of warm-up for the players to get used to their equipment, as well as acclimatization of the arena. And yes, it is Sir Joseph Sebatindira in a light blue shirt against Antoine of Madagascar in that is a green shirt. The youngster is actually only 9 years old, and he is Uganda's third ranked player. Both players with no Morabas. And both players with a shake hand grip. Ladies and gentlemen, it is Kaukab Seruwaji, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Kaukab in the judgment over this game. Antoine of Madagascar, Joseph Sebatindira of Uganda, and yes, that is our known supporters of that is Trinity College Nabingo. Yes, umpire Kaukab says love all. Joseph Sebatindira starting this one with the forehand attack. It is a top-notch game. Antoine there with a heavy backhand starter. Tries to throw it to Joseph whose forehand. Well, miscalculates the amount of spin in that ball. Heavy spin from Antoine. Joseph Sebatindira tries to counter attack it, but it was quite heavy for his calculation. Ooh. Antoine there with a counter spin. It clicks the edge of the table. And yes, giving him a push that is from 3-2, 4 points. Ooh. Like I said, we all need to brace ourselves for this action because it is just starting, and yes, it is a best of 7. Joseph Sebatindira against that is Antoine of Madagascar. Apparently Antoine in the lead. 5-3. Oh, Joseph there with a mind switch. He actually wanted to chop that one, and yes, he moved to a forehand. You actually have limited time to change your mind. Down the line here, Skylobe. Ooh! Antoine of Madagascar with the Skylobe followed by the counter spin. Well, it is the high level of experience here by Antoine speaking. Ooh! Antoine with a diagonal forehand out of Joseph's prediction. Well, Antoine is actually way too comfortable playing against that inside Joseph Sebatindira of Uganda. The placements of the balls are properly calculated, for he cannot afford to give Joseph Sebatindira a chance. For he has seen a couple of his players fall into Joseph Sebatindira's trap. And there we have it. Joseph Sebatindira tries a deep down the line forehand attack, but unfortunately he does not grip Antoine's table. And yes, Antoine secures that is the first set on his scoreboard. There we have it. His personal coach on the bench, Joseph Sebatindira's personal coach as well as club coach, that is Alvin Katumba. We have actually seen him travel countries with the same coach, and yes, he will be in a training camp in a short while together again with on 4 sets, wins a spot into that is the semi-finals. It is Joseph Sebatindira in A light blue shirt that is against Madagascar's Antoine.
Forehand spin from Antoine, and it scores him the third point against Joseph Sebatindira. Good spin from Joseph, and in his second point, trying to catch up to Antoine, who has three, leading by only one, and he has, of course, the first set. The youngest player in this championships, and of course he is the world champion under 11 and under 13, and he's actually playing against the finalist in Djibouti from Madagascar, and these are two very good stars. You can see the game is quite very interesting to watch, and you can see Antoine leading now, I think by four actually.
High toss there from Antoine. And yes, it is a deceptive toss. It requires a lot of concentration to be able to return that service. Yes, that is umpire Kaukab Seruwaji. ITTF approved, and yes, she is the one flipping the points here. Oh, Joseph places that one very well. Net level clips Antony's edge of the racket.
Seeing Joseph playing
Was
this good. It's a very good experience for him, and he is a champion as well under 11 and under 19. So he puts up, of course, the finest, of course, to put up because very good quality, you can see.
well, there isn't one secures the game point here. It is 10 and 1. Joseph 5. Ooh, Joseph tries that same stroke down the line, but unfortunately he doesn't powers it enough to fly over the net. And yes, Antoine has two sets that is on his scoreboard. Yes, that is Coach Alvin Katumba, codenamed Coach Misiri. And yes, it was called Coach Misiri. That was after winning the golden medal together with his player, personal coach. And yes, that is Joseph Sebatindira of Uganda. It is 1 minute water break. Enjoy the slow motion. Catch you shortly.
Third set, and Joseph takes the first point.
Wow, wow, wow. That was a beautiful one from Joseph Sebatindira. Sends Antoine all the way to his backhand. He tries to lob all the balls, but yes, that is Joseph Sebatindira was in the correct position to attack all of them right onto the table. Joseph Sebatindira comes way too determined, and yes, he's attacking each and everything that is coming his way. Antoine of Madagascar. Ooh, well blocked by Antoine. Half-long service return there by Joseph Sebatindira. Impressive how he can actually read the amount of spin in the ball. I think it is the pressure here kicking in. Antoine serves all the way off the table. The predictability by Antoine. Oh, Antoine's forehand being unleashed on that is Joseph Sebatindira. That quick in table backhand. Joseph does not take enough time to read the amount of backspin that was in that ball. Ooh. The body feint sends Joseph either way as compared to the ball. Deep cuts from Antoine. Sky lob here. Unfortunately, not well calculated to land on the table. Well, I think Joseph is trying to quickly rush to finish a point as compared to Antoine, who is actually taking his sweet time. Umpire Cow Cub calls for a net service, and yes, it calls for a reserve. Side spin there, well read by Jonathan. Excuse me, that is Joseph Sebatindira, and yes, well placed in a position where he actually earned a point. Oh, that backhand followed by the forehand. It is at that moment where you have got to call for your footwork. Short. Sky Lobia, yes, and Joseph Sebatindira. Impressive how a youngster, Joseph Sebatindira, is able to, play at this kind of proper placement here by that is Antoine of Madagascar. It is a 10-10. Side spin service there, well read by Joseph Sebatindira, blocked very well, followed by that is Antoine's bullet train backhand. Joseph Sebatindira with a down the line backhand. One of his coach's favorite placements. And there we have Antoine returning the favor. He actually does exactly what Joseph did in the previous point. Down the line there by Joseph Sebatindira, followed by a smash. Antoine tries that is a sky lob. Unfortunately, miscalculates its weight. Joseph secures an advantage. It is a point sharing game here. 13 Antoine, 13 Joseph Sebatindira. Umpire Cowcap calls for a let. There was a ball from the nearby arena. Heavy top spin there from Antoine's backhand. Joseph probably underestimated the amount of spin that was in that ball. Ooh, Antoine rushes to kill that one. Unfortunately, it doesn't click the table. Heavy spin from Antoine's backhand right into the middle of the table. Well read by Joseph Sebatindira. There we have it. Joseph Sebatindira of Uganda puts a set on his scoreboard. It is Joseph Sebatindira 1, Antoine of Madagascar 2. It is that 1 minute water break, and yes, it is the East Africa Regional Championships. That is Coach Alvin Katumba, and in the green jerseys it is Antoine together with the coach that is Hanitra, who has actually just secured a spot in the ladies semi-finals. Enjoy the slow motion. Catch you up shortly after a minute.
Spin into the net, giving Joseph his first point. A very nice forehand spin from Sebatindira Joseph, giving him his second point. You can all see Joseph has really done a good comeback, and he really has to catch up to the set scores. And in this game, if he does catch up, then they will go for another set, which will decide who is who. Backhand spin from Antoine, and earning him his third point.
And it is that placement that is always with a least prediction, especially if the athlete is good at body feint. And yes, we've seen Antoine do that too, Joseph Sebatindira. Deep cut there by that is Antoine of Madagascar right in the middle of the table. Quite impressive how Antoine can switch from a chop to a flick. Impressive game power here. Actually, mind power, I should say. Oh, it is a 360 from Antoine of Madagascar. It is one of those strokes we've seen being played by international players such as that is Sushin of China to and as well as that is Ma Long of China still. Skylob here, yes. Oof. Ooh. It was the sky lobe for the athletes, and yes, it is a high level. It is the quarterfinals, and yes, that speaks it all. Antoine, their wrists have far away table backhand. Unfortunately, doesn't grip the table. And there we have it. Antoine secures that is a third set on his scoreboard. Joseph Sebatindida over Uganda still with one set that is on his scoreboard. It is a best of 7, and that is to say the first on 4 sets secures a spot in the semi-finals. It is the men's events over the East Africa Regional Championships live at MTN Arena stroke NCS Arena, Lugogo, Kampala. It is a free entry, and yes, we are live on that is a Uganda Table Tennis Association YouTube channel. Enjoy the slow motion.
Back for the fourth set, and Antoine takes the first point.
Antoine comes back quite rushy. He's way too quick with, attempting to finish the points. Oh, impressive counters here from Antoine, and yes, he does the side spin forehand. Oh, Sir Joseph Sebatindida with the forehand diagonal, and then he risks that is a side spin, but unfortunately he miscalculates the length over the table as compared to how much spin he's supposed to drop on the table. And yes, we see this send him into a 1-minute timeout called by his personal coach, that is Coach Alvin Katumba. And yes, the 1-minute timeout for Joseph Sebatindida is out. Ooh, unfortunately, the timeout works in the favor of Antoine of Madagascar. And yes, out of the timeout, he secures that the first point. Well, that was a quick backhand. Impressive how Joseph Sebatindia was able to catch that one. It calls a professional to play against a professional, and yes, proper game reading here. Antoine tries, that is a tomahawk service down the line. Unfortunately, doesn't catch the table.
Catch up point from Joseph as he's trying to catch up to Antoine, who is actually leading by 1 point. A very good spin from Antoine, leading Joseph by 2, and 3-6 scores.
Joseph Sebatindida, Antoine of Madagascar. This is impressive table tennis here. That quick, fast and spinny backhand from Antoine. That unfortunately doesn't close the racket well for the ball to touch the table. Yes, Antoine secures the first game point. Skylobe there, followed by a deep chop by Antoine over Madagascar, and yes, he secures a spot in the semi-finals. And unfortunately, it is the end of the road for Sir Joseph Sebatindira, who has actually succumbed to Antoine's backhand and forehand. And yes, we shall be seeing Antoine, that is after lunch, in that is to say a semi-final up against the players that shall have gone through. In unfortunately, there we have Joseph Sebatindira. Uh, Sebatindira's journey actually come to an end in this East Africa Regional Championships 2024. We are live from NCS Arena, MTN Lugogo, and we are in for this is the East Africa Regional Championships sanctioned by ITTF, proudly brought to you by that is NCS Blue Sky Sports Center, Casa Milt Hotel, Blueberry Travels, Jibu Water, and the visuals are being done by Deep End. Yes, that is Deep End Media. We shall catch you up shortly with that is the next game, which shall be between Lisa Wele Nasimuyu from Kenya up against Hirwa Shantal, and it will be a playoff for positions 9th to 12th. We shall catch you up shortly. Enjoy the slow motion.
off, and the players go for a break, and he is having a word from his teammate Achuma Benjamin, and as I can see, Zo of Madagascar, he's just trying to talk to himself because he doesn't have a coach, and he's contemplating where he went wrong, what he has to change, and how best he can come back into this game.